Let's stick with the consumer. McDonald's beating fourth quarter expectations, international growth offsetting a decline in US sales. Joining us now to discuss, Michael Halen of Bloomberg Intelligence. Mike, welcome to the programme, buddy. It's good to see you. Talk to me about the difference between what's happening domestically in the United States versus internationally abroad for this company.
Yeah, it was the E. coli. It was the E. coli breakout in late October. Hit the news wires in early November, and McDonald's had a lot of momentum in October. The $5 meal deal had brought some low-income consumers back into the fold. Traffic was positive, I think, for the first time in 2024. And then the E. coli outbreak kind of put the brakes on all the progress they had made in the States. And that's really what the difference is. It's nice to see international sales do a little bit better than expected, but investors are really, interested in the, seeing some improvement in the U.S. So we want to see the cadence of comps throughout the year end, and then we'd like to hear some information about how they've done so far, how they did so far in January.
Michael, I'm curious about the consumer and how much tolerance there is to accept higher prices at a time where the $5 meal was a successful promotion. Before we get there, is there any takeaway from the E. coli issues with respect to bird flu and what we're seeing with eggs and how that could affect a whole host of different fast food places in the United States?
Yeah, well, you could see your breakfast sandwich prices go up, that's for sure. McDonald's is fully franchised here in the United States, so that's not going to impact their results moving forward, but it could impact franchisee profitability because, to your point, low-income consumers continue to be strapped due to all the inflation that they've encountered here over the last four years or so. But we're bullish about the restaurant space in the United States in 2025. 2024 was basically a restaurant recession, right? Economic indicators, however, are improving. We're seeing assets like the gold, this S&P 500, crypto, home prices all near all-time highs. So we think that'll motivate high, middle income and upper income consumers to spend more, right? And we've seen better restaurant results post-election. So there could be some animal spirits here, people just feeling a little bit more confident about the future and spending a little bit more at restaurants.
When you put that together, Michael, are you saying that you don't think that they can pass along prices, or that you do the higher prices, that they will meet with a consumer that still has money to spend and is willing to do so? Are you saying that consumers are less price sensitive?
It depends on who your customer is, right? For chains like, say, Chipotle or Shake Shack that have less exposure to low-income consumers, they're in a better position, and they're going to more easily be able to pass off price increases. Quick service, about 30% or so of their transactions are by low-income consumers, and so because of that, they're going to be a lot more careful this year about raising their prices because their customers are the ones that are going to be pushing back.
Michael, we saw Trump on the campaign trail really embrace McDonald's, embrace the Big Mac. He also serves it sometimes when he's on Air Force One with some of his nominees when it comes to, there's the picture there, when he was flying up to New York. Has there been a Trump effect at all when it comes to McDonald's sales? We've really been focused on the E. coli issues. I don't know if there's been any Trump effect. If there was, maybe they'll talk about it on the call. But yeah, those pictures were pretty funny on Air Force One. I definitely appreciate the one with RFK. He looked super uncomfortable.
Well, Michael, that's the point. RFK in the mix. They faced down the challenge of GLP-1s. Can they face down the challenge potentially of RFK? What could that mean for that business?
Yeah, listen, I think it's a bigger issue for the companies that provide the food. Right? Will there be some reformulations necessary for some of the food? Yeah, but McDonald's doesn't manufacture that food, right? So I think there's going to be a bigger onus on the food service manufacturers, if any changes are made.
Michael, could they make McDonald's US a little bit more like McDonald's Italia? Do you think they could make that change? The menu's better, the food tastes better. Can they make that shift?
I don't know. The Italians have more discerning taste, so I guess they had no choice over there. But I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
Michael Halen of Bloomberg Intelligence.
You have never
Thank you,
eaten
sir.
at McDonald's.
In Italy?
You have?
Absolutely. I have Peroni on tap.
I don't believe you. I'm going to have to call Mama Farrow today
Okay,
and find out.
she can validate that.
I will
right?
say McDonald's,
because she was in there too.
McDonald's in Europe do also have gluten-free buns. They do cater a little bit more to people who are not eating, the generic McDonald's
They try
meal.
harder. They try harder. Don't you get that sense? I do.
I do. Also, in Italy, according to my Italian family, it's very cool to go to a McDonald's, and it's seen as a treat. Where in the United States, it's seen as this everyday fast food
Yeah, it's a day out.
on the
I'm with
run.
you. It's a very, very different meal. I agree.